asleep, I was working on, I bought a lot of these shelving units. So like I bought like 10 of them. Well, actually 9. And I'm going to be using them for all my canned goods. And I smelled a stinker. And somehow Jace took off his diaper and he made a mess in his pants and onesie. He was wearing a onesie and somehow he got that diaper off. So now I have to find the poop. I walked him to the bathroom to get a bath because he was all messy. I found it. Poop on a rug. Yuck. When we just had kids, Darian had taken off his diaper and went poop on a rug one time. And Derek said, I thought only dogs did that. Oh, the yucky motherhood. Gross. I think we probably lost some subscribers. Just exposing that. Too much information. Too graphic. I bought this planter. So this planter is going to be for the pineapple that I started outside. And we're gonna make a little aviary for some parakeets and maybe a little parrot, a little one. So it can be, it'll have natural sunlight from right here. Oh, Bubby. Oh, Bubby. Let's get you changed and let's go to Walmart. We're gonna have to go buy some soil. And it'll be like a light potting mix. I'll probably mix it with some peat moss that I have. And I also started a lemon tree and a grapefruit tree, but we won't put them all together. That's gonna be too much for one pot. I think I'm just gonna put the pineapple and the lemon tree in that pot. And they say to put something at the bottom so that, okay, they say to put something at the bottom, like a filler. They say even to use peanuts, and they're like, don't do that if you're gonna eat the stuff. I'm gonna use charcoal from my friend's fire pit. So I'm gonna go collect the charcoal from my friend's fire pit. I would like to be making charcoal here, and I think it's fantastic to make charcoal. And we just haven't had a lot of campfires. And what you can do is you can just have a little campfire and, you know, put out the fire with water before it all burns up. And those little charcoals are great for the garden. Or you can intentionally make charcoal, which I actually would like to do. And I made a barrel to do it. But I'm gonna need a little bit more of Derek's help to make it work fantastically. More on that later. Let's go bye-bye. Let's go bye-bye. We're gonna go get dirt for this, and I also wanna transplant ginger, but I'm afraid that the ginger is too fragile, and I'm afraid that the birds, I know birds can be destructive. I know because I've had ducks and chickens. So, I'm imagining that the birds could be destructive. I bet they won't mess with my pineapple plant, but they might mess with the lemon tree, and they might mess with the ginger. The ginger is such a fragile foliage, so I don't want to chance it. Although it's really easy to start a new one. Okay, JC. Hi, Kalina. We got some potting soil. Actually, I got some lava rock as well, and that is all the charcoal. I'm gonna take it out over here. My grass is going to love the potash that I get to spread out. I'm gonna take a sieve and put it and rinse it off. I'm actually using one of these grill things for grilling vegetables. And this grass is gonna just boom with nutritional awesomeness. This is also kind of getting soaked into some of the charcoal too, so that's good. I'll give the charcoal Paulina. I just don't want it too intense because too much fertilizer is not a good thing either. So I don't want it too intense for my pot to handle. So that's why I'm getting rid of some of the ash. Well, all of it. Well, not all of it. Thanks, Kalina, for making me drop my phone. Stinker. Hi. You're probably wondering how you can get wet. I see you, Kalina. Yes, I see you. Okay. I'll reuse this bag to collect pine needles later. I'm gonna put oh Jace, he's gonna get wet. I'm gonna use, he got wet. I'm gonna use the lava rock first, and then I'll put the charcoal down. And I'm gonna dig up my pineapple. Right, we're gonna put in our lava rock. Okay, JC, got the lava rock in there. Now we're gonna put our charcoal that we washed. Oh, I wanna get the soil in here. But then I'm thinking, because he's getting into trouble. Oh, thanks, kid. You're getting into trouble. How are you gonna keep your hands out of the dirt if I put dirt in here? That's kind of something. That's when an aviary is over this thing, you know, then he won't be able to get his hands in there, but oh goodness, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna leave some room here because this planter, in order to suppress mold growth and stuff on soil, because a lot of houseplants get mold, that's usually what they die of, is underwater, overwater, or mold. I'm gonna leave some space here for putting charcoal and lava rock on top, and that will help press some of that. Also, getting good microbes in the soil for competition is important to keep everything in balance and in check. Nothing should be outwitting everything else. So that's what happens, is that fungus comes in and then it destroys the microbiome around it, like our microbiome in our gut, and it takes over and it starts producing lots of toxins to try to compete more and more for your body and the area. So, okay, I'm gonna go dig up my pineapple plant. So here is where I planted a pineapple. I put the whole thing in the ground. I found a pineapple in the store that was like basically rotten anyway. It was disgusting looking, really. And then, yeah, somebody could have gotten it for free. And then I just put it in the ground, and it did take root and start to grow. I didn't chop it off or anything. I planted the whole thing in the ground, and it obviously worked. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm gonna go ahead and dig it out. I don't know what a root system of a pineapple is like, but I'm just gonna, or how fragile it is on transplant. So I'm just gonna give it a try, because it's definitely not gonna survive out here. Scoot away this mold first and then dig in. Okay, what do we got? Oh, look at the roots. Wonderful. Okay, it looks like I didn't really tear it apart too much, so I'm gonna go plant this. All right, I took off as much as I could without trying to hurt it too much, so we'll give it a try. I'm actually just going to wing it with some of these lemon trees that I planted from seed from a lemon. And you know, you don't get reliably exactly what you want when you do that. But I like to experiment, and sometimes you just get a really good tasting fruit out of it. Also, I debated whether, no, JC, that's not a play area. That's not kinetic sand, it's not Play-Doh. Oh dear Lord, God help me. I debated whether, I have another pot that only has one in it, and I'm just thinking to myself, well. Even though a lot of things are self-fertile, they do better in two, but I'm just wondering if I'm gonna overwhelm this pot. Except for, it seems like a lot of the citrus can grow kind of root bound and be happy. So I'm gonna see how it goes. I've got little an investment here. I bought a lemon and I bought a pineapple. The next thing that I'd like to bring in is my ginger. Okay, I'm just gonna, I know that they're kind of shallower, but I don't know how deep their root systems go. Because I have not done this before. Do you see a little nub in here? What does your root system look like? Kind of like, it's just kind of like an iris. Very interesting. Okay, oops, sorry. Sorry, little nubbin. Okay. There we go. That will still grow. They're magnificent. Okay. So I decided to put the ginger in the pot too. I thought, oh, it's tall enough and I know the birds can be destructive. I want to rectify a little bit of this. So I love ducks and chickens, but each have their own special place and they have their own special chores. And if you are, sometimes they're more destructive if you're not giving them balanced nutrition as well. So making sure that your birds already have a good balanced nutrition, then they can go around the garden, and especially ducks, they just nibble up a lot of the insects and stuff. So they are good if you give them space too, because if you if you have a little compact garden and you're trying to have like 3 ducks, if you have a compact garden, it's just gonna get, it's gonna get bad. You gotta have a space for them to just really be able to just be a duck. So yes, that when they wander into your garden to eat the little bugs, let that be their wandering spot, not their spot of residence. So anyhow, I just wanted to rectify that a little bit because I love ducks. They have a very special place in my heart. I will see you next time.